a lot of people have been asking me, how do I bring in a model, say from an online source, from somewhere on the internet? How do I bring the model into Liverspeed Editor, and then how do I make it, one-to-one? How do I, do the texturing? How do I make that car into a usable car for Liverspeed? So I'm gonna make a little tutorial, make a little how-to video. So what I'm gonna use, Lexi. I'll go over the basics and stuff here. So when you go to find your model, you really want to make sure that it's not ripped from anything. It's not from Forza. It's not from any other game. It got to be completely made by the person who said they made it, or maybe if they worked with someone else. It has to be made by them. And when you find it, I use Sketchfab. So on Sketchfab here, you'll bring the car up. Here's the model. I can check it, model inspector. This is a good one here. You can click wireframe here. You can see the whole wireframe, compare that to if you have the game, if you can look for the game wireframe and compare that to, say, Forza as an example. If they match up, then it's usually ripped, or if they look very similar, it's probably ripped. So you can't use that. So close out of that. So Lexi's usually pretty good. I haven't checked this one myself, but I know that other people have used this model and it's good. So I'll use this as an example, just something easy to do. You want to make sure that it's low poly, something that's below 62,000. Usually, it can be more, but you'll have to do some editing in Blender, or in the editor to really kind of bring that triangle count down to make it fit. The max is 62 something, 62,000 something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's just my rule of thumb. So I'll use this. So you click download, check your attribution. Commercial use is allowed. Author must be credited. So we're good. That's good. You can learn more and really make sure you're getting the right one. This is the whole license, exactly what it is. Credits here, copy the credits. So available downloads. So it has the list of downloads here. So this one's good. It's an FBX. I can bring that into Blender. So you are going to need Blender for this. But it might be it could be an OBJ. It could be, a bunch of different, GLB, GLTF, like a bunch of those will work as well. Sometimes they're a little finicky when you bring them into the Blender. They're a little, they like to glitch out sometimes. So FBX is usually pretty good. So download that. I already downloaded it, so I have it here. I made a folder on my desktop, model downloads, just drop it in there. I have WinRAR, so I extract here. You're going to get your textures, so it comes with the textures if you'd like to use them, or source, which is your car model. So then what you want to do, open up your Blender, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we got Blender open. That's what it usually looks like. It usually gives you a little cube and a camera, some default stuff. I just press A and then delete. A selects everything, just deletes it. So what you want to do, pretty easy, file, import. The download we got was an FBX, so I'll click FBX. I have it in my desktop, model downloads, source, and there's the Miata, FBX. Click it, and there you go. Now the Miata's in. Okay, so we got the car ready for export. This is exactly how we want it, no wheels. Car's ready to go, smoothing how we want it. So we're going to go File. Now we want to export, but we want it as an OBJ. So click OBJ. Find your Liverspeed Editor, data, go to OBJ. This is all your OBJs. Name it. Name it, say, Miata body. And now what you want to do, if you can see, I'll move this off to the side. So you know the coordinates up here, these coordinates. So you have your -x, y, z, x, negative z, negative x. So you want to say, for this over here, you're going to have this little, forward, up geometry here on the right. So for forward, the car is facing -y. That's the way that it's looking right now. So if I say forward is -y. And up, so up, which way is up for the car? It's z, so up is z. So it's already like that, perfect. And then what you want to do is you want to turn off your UVs. Do not write materials, we don't need any of that. And triangulate faces. That's all you do. Make sure you get your right normals on and apply modifiers. And then export. And that's it. Now once you're in the Liverspeed Editor, all you got to do is go to your modeler. And you'll see down here at the bottom, you see OBJ. Click that. Should say Miata body. Click OK, loads, and there we go. So then you have it in the game. So I'll go into points, just press A, you know, I'll find, you know, a point maybe I can grab, or you can move all, but hold control and then right click, so that lets you just move the point that you have selected. I'll just move this over a bit, you know, try to center it. Right click one of these middle dots as you have everything selected. See your right, I just make that 0. So now she's right down the middle. That's usually your center. A lot of cars are based off a center line, so everything is mirrored when they're first modeled and stuff. Makes it easy. So you know your car is centered right along the line, and you can start kind of working around now. I save it. Save your Miata body. Make sure you save so that you can bring it into the editor. And then you can start, you know, I like bringing it to the editor, and then you can start kind of picking away at stuff and really making it, you know, turn into a functional car.